fight.
Did you know that it was believed that if you were to rub scotch on a baby's gums with your finger while they were teething, that it would help to numb the pain? Well, in my case, it wasn't a finger. It was my dad's dick.
He's back. He's back!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
How's it going, everyone? I'm the dirty little secret that your dad keeps locked behind closed doors, and this is the third installment of Metal Guru Reviews. Now, a lot of you are probably asking, where the fuck have I been all this time? Well, let me tell you. Carrying the weight of an entire pub on your shoulders is not an easy feat. I work 6 days a week. I have little to no time to rest. Every single fucking bone in my body hurts. And the recurring nightmares of still being at the restaurant and then waking up crying persist. So that's how my time has been going. How about yours?
Open 24 hours a day. What a stupid idea! Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning?
Now, just because I'm doing this again doesn't mean I'm gonna pump it out like it's nobody's business, because we here at LC Project Productions believe in quality over quantity, and doing things one after another persistently diminishes the quality. So we're not gonna fucking do that. And plus, I don't take this seriously anyway, so there's that.
Me too, bro. Me too.
But today, we're gonna be talking about an album that I fell in love with through one of the very first singles when it came out. We are going to be talking about Bioluminescence by Dawn of Ouroboros. Dawn of Ouroboros are a progressive post-black / death metal band hailing from Oakland, California. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what the word Ouroboros means, it is that symbol you see of the snake devouring its tail. Now, for anyone not knowing what progressive music is, it's basically all atmosphere built and songs that take you on a journey. Contemporary examples of progressive music, especially rock or metal, typically would be Pink Floyd, Rush, and Dream Theater. Now for my obligatory segment of how the fuck did I discover this band? Well, it's actually pretty simple. I found this band through their vocalist, Chelsea Murphy.
Damn! I'm a boss ass bitch, bitch, I'm a boss ass.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
I've been following her ever since she had her little stint with the band Among the Torrent. Now, I think to this day I still have one of Among the Torrent's songs in a playlist of mine on YouTube, but for the life of me, I really can't remember what the fuck it's called, and I do not want to comb through 600 songs just to find it, so just take my word for it. Chelsea Murphy is a force to be reckoned with. Aside from her stints with the bands Among the Torrent, Kinnefret, and Tegmentum, she is also one of many vocalists who provided choir vocals for the game Doom Eternal. Among other greats like Sven from Aborted, Tony Campos from Static X, James Dorton from Black Crown Initiate, and many, many more. Much like with the last 2 episodes, I have my notes right next to me from my whole listen through of this album. To be fair, I have listened to this many, many times and I fucking love it. So with my notes, I'm not going to be going over anything in any particular order. I'm still going unscripted, which will be the death of me one of these days. But for now, I'm going to stick with this whole free-form thought and just kind of script these things based on what I've written down. And hopefully I don't keep stuttering and I won't have to do a million takes of this like I have with the last 2 episodes. So please bear with me, because like I said in the last episode, this is the train that you all decided to jump on with me, so let's just get this bullshit rolling. For the majority of this album, the lyrical theme really consists of one of the greatest unknown mysteries within the earth, the ocean.
And now, The Ocean, brought to you by the mind of Tristan Withrow.
Ocean man,
Ocean is a soup.
by the hand, lead me to the land. That you understand.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
The voyage
Please
to the
help me.
corner of the globe is a real trip.
Is this ocean?
The ocean is a soup.
Man,
The ocean is a soup.
of the tan and imbibed by the sand. Soaking up
that's a
the
little-
fair start the land. Ocean man,
Ocean is a soup.
wonder of amazement at the open land. Ocean lion, to the elusive.
Because man to this day has never fully explored the depths of the sea, and we do not know what horrors and wonders lie beneath. So, in short, it's a perfect concept to really delve into for this, especially given Dawn of Ouroboros' style, which constantly juxtaposes between the contemporary black metal style with the tremolo picking and the blast beats to the more atmospheric and melodious side of progressive music, coupled with Chelsea's harsh and clean vocals. A great example of what I just stated before is right from the jump on this album. The first song and title track, entitled Bioluminescence, starts with the heavy momentum right away, then delves into the atmosphere and Chelsea's beautiful singing, and then jumps right back in. Now, a bulk of the album is pretty much exactly like this, yet not being formulaic in any sense of the word. And 2 songs that are not like this by any sense are Slipping Burgundy and Mournful Ambience. Now, Slipping Burgundy, I think I'm going to talk about the most. Slipping Burgundy starts off as like this beautiful, smooth jazz song, and then after like 2 minutes in, jumps into what you would expect from a death metal song. I did not expect this at all the first time I heard it. And I have probably listened to this more than 100 times since it came out. Everything about this one song just blends together so seamlessly, and you would think that it wouldn't work, but it does. From just the way it progresses and keeps the same pace throughout the whole song is so masterfully crafted. And like I said earlier, Chelsea's voice is a force to be reckoned with. Her singing is one of the most beautiful I have ever heard, and then when it delves into the death metal sections, it's fucking phenomenal. On top of this, the smooth jazz sections of the song, coupled with upright bass playing by Jason Conan, better known as Bungra, are perfectly just, I have no words to really say how much I love this. I think the best way I could describe Slipping Burgundy without rambling too much on about it, aside from everything that I just said, is that it's one of those songs that'll equal parts sing you to sleep and scare you to death at the same time. And that's the shit that I always gravitate towards, because it'll never get old. It'll never get tiresome. Another thing that I will say is Ever since I was a kid, one thing that I have always been gravitated towards when it comes to music like this is that I love good guitar solos. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be overly flashy and technical for it to be a good solo, which is exactly the case for most of the songs here on the record. Guitarist Tony Thomas doesn't need to do too much in regards to his playing in order to make it sound good and to make it blend perfectly with each of the songs. Like Slipping Burgundy, for example. It's a lot of hammer-ons, but not in the overly technical sense that you would expect from much crazier bands. Because let's be real, not everyone needs to play like Eddie Van Halen and Yngwie Malmsteen. For most of the songs, the tempo for each of them always stays the same, even when it juxtaposes between the heavier and the softer parts. That's a key ingredient when it comes to crafting a good song, because a lot of bands now always change the time measurements and tempo every time they go into, like, say, a breakdown section.
This is a song I wrote about living out in the country on a farm.
All right, fellas, just like we rehearsed it. And a 1, and a 2, and a...
That always, if not done correctly, isn't always the best and doesn't always work for a song. I like something that always keeps a consistent to it. Now, it doesn't always have to be that way for it to be good, like I said before. It just needs to be done correctly. And this band, they don't miss. Where a majority of the album basically follows the heavy formula while still being its own separate thing. Mournful Ambience, which is the final song on the album, is the complete antithesis of this. Mournful Ambience is primarily nothing but piano and singing. And this is the perfect way to end the album, because it is just so peaceful and blissful that it brings just a calm and soothing end to an otherwise chaotic journey. Now, how would I rate this on a scale from 1 to 10 of my handy rating? This is a solid 9. It's a solid 9, hands down. There is really nothing bad that I can say about this album. If it was a much longer journey, I would probably love it even more. But yeah, other than that, I have no notes. Nothing negative whatsoever, and quite honestly, I would love to know within the next couple of years how they're going to top this. I'm excited to see what they do in the future. And not just with this band, but with their other side project too, Kalia Calling, which is the polar opposite of what this is. So, only time may tell.
So before this video ends, I just wanted to give you a quick little review on what I thought about this album. You're going to get a little bit more of my thoughts whenever I do a video I have planned coming up. You'll see it soon on the LC channel. But to be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to Bioluminescence from Dawn of Ouroboros, I really love this album just from the fact of everything that Zane just mentioned. Not only that, but I have listened to it entirely, and I do have some of my favorites. I'll mention those in the video. But Slipping Burgundy, yeah, I agree. It's a pretty damn good song. I would probably listen to that a lot. The vocals are great. The instruments are great. There's a lot to the album that I'd like to talk about whenever I do that video, but that is just my thoughts on it. You'll see more of my thoughts on it when I've got this video coming out. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this Metal Guru episode. Hopefully we got more for you guys coming on the way, but it's not going to be like coming out like that, as you know. But I do have videos coming out on this channel quite soon for recent things that I've just done. You will see that quite soon on this channel. I don't know when, but it will take some time. Anyways, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next LC Projects video.